Greetings, my fellow normies. This is Scott with Just a Normie. I have something that came across me and somebody shared with me and stuff, and it has to do with Star Wars and stuff. And I don't know if any of you follow it and stuff like that, but have any of you ever read the books from Timothy Zhan? He's the creator of Thrawn, the blue-skinned, red-eyed alien in the Star Wars universe. He's basically the father that, Timothy Zahn, in many ways is considered to be the father of basically reviving Star Wars, during the 90s and stuff like that. And he started with, Heir to the Empire in 1991. And, this has become his iconic character and stuff, and the franchise best known characters, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But there's something more coming. He's had a few books that he's written and stuff, which I've got to say are pretty good. I've already read Thrawn, Alliances, and Treason and stuff. But these are not a trilogy. These are just straight books and stuff. They don't have anything there or anything like that and stuff. But the thing is this month, Zahn returns to the galaxy far, far away to examine Thrawn's earliest origins with the start to a new trilogy. So it's going to be an entire series of books. It's called Thrawn Ascendancy, Chaos Rising. It's set decades before the character's first canon appearance in Star Wars Rebels. It follows Thrawn as his home world faces a new unexpected threat, and as he rises through the ranks to become a powerful tactician and military commander. It is reminded exactly why the Chiss military officer is such a fan favorite. And the other thing too is why he seeked out the Empire as well too, because there was threats within the unknown universe. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. But I've got to say, I think that Zahn I know I've been pretty down about Star Wars in the past and stuff, but I tend to think that if you want to revive Star Wars in general, I think that going in Timothy Zahn's direction with regards to Thrawn is probably the best way to do it. Because I think it's and spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, in Alliance's book and stuff, it is mentioned that the Chiss have force-sensitive children and people and adults and stuff like that, and that's how they navigate the unknown region and all that. So, and I'm not entirely. I don't want to go into a lot of details about it and stuff because I don't want to ruin that for you and stuff like that. But it's a very intriguing book, very good information and all that stuff. It kind of really widens the world of Star Wars and stuff. Going to this Chiss Empire and learning about the Chiss and Thrawn. And Thrawn is just, he's a fabulous character and stuff like that. So I hope that maybe, with once the beer bug is gone and Disney gets back to focusing on what they need to do to make money, I think this is the best direction to go, because Thrawn is still alive after the rise of Skywalker. So I think that we could somehow bring about maybe the new Jedi Order and stuff, maybe without Luke, or maybe with Luke, or maybe, state that there was a long lost Skywalker out there and stuff that was the son of Skywalker or something. I don't know. But something has to be revived within the current narrative, and after that of the rise of Skywalker, to the fact that or just maybe just go into the Chiss Empire altogether and stuff, and then maybe somehow introduce, the Force sensitives, maybe revive a Jedi Order of some sort, because Thrawn is aware of all the Jedi from the galaxy of the Empire and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure that they could manipulate something or somehow or whatever it might be. But I have to say, I'm actually looking forward to this because um, I actually enjoy Timothy Zahn. I've read a lot of his books, not only in the Star Wars universe, but he's also written a lot of other stuff. And he's very well written. It's a very easy read. It flows really, really well. He's detailed without going overboard with his writings and so on and so forth and all that. He's stayed very neutral in regards to the situation and stuff. And if you don't know already, too, uh, um, Thrawn has been introduced in Rebels, Star Wars Rebels and stuff like that in cartoon form and stuff like that. And while it was kind of a disappointment a little bit, it really wasn't at the same time. So I think this is very good. I mean, I know that it's really hard for me, I it's hard for me to, as a Star Wars fan, to get excited, but I'm okay with the books. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But I think that, if they really want to revive something, in the Star Wars universe and stuff, I think that going in the direction of Thrawn and the Chiss Empire and stuff, I think makes a lot of sense and stuff. It kind of gets away from the Empire, the rebellion and all that stuff, and kind of puts it aside. Even the Zahn even stated too. He goes, when he initially got the offer to write more books and to revive his old characters and stuff, Zahn was like, "Holy crap! I'm going to break the internet," because everybody knows about Zahn. Everybody knows about Thrawn and stuff. He's such a rich character and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get away from what we already know. Yeah, I'm not saying throw it away and stuff like that. But you know what? At this point, it's so tainted that I think that you have to go in that direction. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. And he's such an intriguing character. It'd be interesting to see a new species and a new empire, or the Chiss, whatever they call it, the Chiss Empire or whatever it is, and stuff like that. But I also have to say that Zahn's approach to storytelling is to be honest with his readers. He solidly has grounding in realism, and I think that's why I really enjoy his writings and stuff like that. He says a lot of really good stuff, and he's got a very good grasp and stuff like that. When you look at Thrawn, you've got to look at some of the greatest tacticians like Sun Tzu or Clausewitz and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When you think about Thrawn, very mythological thinkers that think through things. And the thing is I never thought about the way that Timothy Zahn writes when it comes to Thrawn, when it comes to learning and understand a person's culture or that species culture, to understand who they are and stuff like that. And it kind of reminds me of something when I was in college and stuff like that, when writing constitutions and stuff like that, because I have a political science background. And so I had to understand the makeup of a constitution, not just writing a constitution, but I had to understand what it was in that culture that would make a great constitution. Not just writing something and thinking, okay, we're going to throw it out there and think it's just going to work and stuff like that. It just doesn't work that way. You've got to understand the dynamics of that culture, what they are, what they'll accept, what they won't, and stuff. And I think that in many ways, Zahn's approach to Thrawn is very much in the same fashion. And I really, really appreciate that, because he uses a kind of like puzzle stories, you have to play around, type of science fiction stories, and it's all different from mysteries and so on and stuff. There's hidden clues and stuff. Then some of them are just right there in front of your face, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But I think that he's very excited about the fact that he's been able to hang on to this one character. He's been able to actually make it canon again because they decanonized everything when it came to the EU universe when Disney bought it in 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Thrawn, I mean, Zahn, was very, I'm sure, disappointed and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, but then, Disney approached him, said, "Hey, we want to put Thrawn into Rebels, stuff like that," and then he was given the go ahead to start writing books, and he's written 3 books. Like I said, he's written so far Thrawn, Thrawn Alliances, and Thrawn Treason and stuff. I haven't gotten through Treason yet, stuff like that, but it's on my list. I've got a whole stack of books that I'm reading and stuff. But if you look at just what he's written and stuff like that, I think you'd really, really enjoy it and stuff. So further as well too, Timothy Zahn had this to say about the fact that he gets the opportunity to actually write a trilogy and stuff. And this is why I say that this is the direction that we should go into, and this is the direction that Disney, Lucasfilm should go. Zahn noted that this is the first time he's been contracted to write a full trilogy since those books he wrote back in 1991. In case of the Imperial Trilogy, Thrawn Alliance, Thrawn Treason, they were done one at a time, as I could use previous characters but couldn't set up long character arcs, not knowing if there's a payoff. Now that I have been given that 3 at once, I can have major character arcs. I can introduce new characters. They're not going to pop out of existence. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really appreciate that about a writer and stuff like that. I write on the side myself. I mean, I write a lot of political papers and so on and so forth, and stuff like that. But I have to say, and then Zahn has to say, he goes, as to the future of his character, Zahn knows that his second novel has been completed with the 3rd installment awaiting approval from Lucasfilm. While he knows where he's taken the character, he said Lucasfilm hasn't told him if Thrawn will pop up somewhere else. Either way, Zahn recommends not trusting the rumors that pop up on the internet, so on and so forth, which I completely agree with, and stuff like that. But sometimes they're right and sometimes they're not. You know what I'm saying? And so, such as, rumors Mary J was definitely going to show up in The Force Awakens. She was definitely going to be in the Star Wars Last Jedi, so on and so forth, And Zahn's joking about that and all that. But until you see it, don't believe it, of course. The new novel holds a lot of potential for the readers. Longtime fans can delve into the depths of Thrawn's life, getting to better understand how he became the icon character that he first met in 1991. But the trilogy is also set far, far from the main action of the Skywalker saga and part of the universe that's gone unexplored. It's a huge universe in time and space, said Zahn. There are so many opportunities. This is one of the things that makes it so easy to write a Star Wars book, or at least set one up. There are all sorts of places to go, and they could make movies, books, comics for the next 1,000 years and not finish what George set up. Think about that statement. There are all sorts of places to go, and they could make movies, books, comics for the next 1,000 years and not finish what George set up. I think that states it nicely, and why I made this video, stating that I think that this is probably a better direction to go in and stuff like that. I know that a lot of people might not like that, but I'm going to end this out. We're almost at 15 minutes. And I would really appreciate if you could like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of my opinion and all that. I know that nobody's going to share my opinion, or many might not. But I have to say, it's a very intriguing question, is it not? Let me know. Like, subscribe. thank you all for listening to this podcast. I really appreciate you and all that stuff. But take care of my fellow normies. This is Scott signing off. Take care. Bye.